Hi everyone, it's Paul Tilley, and welcome to HN2150 Training Development. In this section, I'd like to discuss the term project for the course, the Training and Development Simulation Assignment for Summit Appliances. First of all, just to frame you at a 30,000 foot level, this assignment asks you to be a consultant for a company. In this case, the company is Summit Appliances. They have identified some gaps between the skill level of their employees and what's required of the skill levels of their employees. They have asked you as a company to come in and consult with them, develop a training seminar, and develop the materials for that training seminar so that you or someone else can present it to the employees. What I want you to do is to develop the actual training seminar and the contents, the materials, the organization of that training seminar. If you look at the slides that I put together here, we'll just take a look at exactly what I want and how I want the end product to look. First and foremost, there are 8 key components that you'll need to deliver in this project. First, you need to tell me about your training company. I want you to create the company and develop a brief history of the company that includes the following: how many years it's been in business, number of employees, kind of a portfolio of the training you've delivered, a list of satisfied clientele, and some brief resumes. Now, when I say resume, I'm talking about a 2-paragraph, 3-paragraph profile of individuals, key individuals who work for the company. Now, of course, all of this is fictional, but normally when you have a training company, the people who conduct the training have key skills in the area in which they are providing the training for. So you need to ensure that when you develop that component, that you match the people and the skills of the people with the training that you're going to be doing. Next, I want you to think about a training topic. Summit Appliances have identified what we call training gaps in some key areas. Now, what you see is a list of training topics: essential or basic skills training, conflict resolution, customer service training, diversity training, effective communications, discipline, equity, ethics, health and safety, interview skills, leadership skills, managing workplace violence, mediation training, performance appraisal preparation, orientation training, sexual harassment training, stress management training, sales training, team training, and technical or computer skills training. You have to select one of those topics. And that topic then will be the basis for your design and development of training. The second major component that you need to deliver is to identify the performance gap. Now, again, this requires you to create, again, from a fictional point of view, an identification of the problem within Summit Appliances. What is the problem or the training opportunity that has been identified? So if you are saying, for example, that people need computer training, you need to give some background on why that need arose. So based on the performance gap, then you're going to state the training needs analysis tools that you'll be using, and we'll be discussing those tools in the course, so you need to apply those concepts. Explain how your training needs analysis will fill the technical performance gap and who the trainees will be. You're going to explain how you'll collect that information and explain how your specific training topic will benefit the organization and who your trainees actually are. So it's very important that, again, you develop a frame of reference for who is it you're training, what is it you're training, why is it you're training, and what specific needs you're going to address in the training. The third deliverable component is specific learning objectives need to be identified, and in the course, again, we're going to discuss creating proper format learning objectives. And I want you to create at least 3 learning objectives for your training seminar in proper format. So these have to reflect the training needs discovered during the training needs assessment. The objectives will be used to develop the rest of the training program. And I've specified the format that I want to see in terms of the learning objective. First, the desired behavior or performance required needs to be identified. The condition, the types of things that are needed in order to do that training need to be put there. And the criterion standard, to what level of performance does the person have to move. You will also notice up in the top right hand corner of the slide there, I have indicated the weight relative to the total course total mark on the assignment. The fourth deliverable is you have to design a minimum of 2 training methods that will be used in the training. We're going to talk about training methods within the course, and I want you to determine 2 that you can use for your particular training and provide a written explanation for why you're using that type of training and how it matches the learning objectives. Why is that type of training method that you're using a superior one over all the rest? The fifth component is to actually draw the classroom layout. How will you set up the classroom in order to provide this training? What format will you use in terms of desk alignment? What types of things will you have? Will you have computers in there? Will it be desks? Will everyone be looking at one another? Will it be a round table? These sorts of things. And then it's very important not only to draw the classroom layout, but to explain why you choose that particular design, discussing how it affects the degree of formality, focus, and attention, the level of communication to the trainees. Why does it work best effectively? The sixth and seventh components are the main one. You'll notice they have the higher weights. The sixth component involves developing an instructor manual. Now, the instructor manual is a manual that you can give to any person who would teach this course. And that manual will be a formal document that clearly lays out how the training should proceed. I have listed down some key components of that instructor manual. It has to have a cover page, a table of contents, an explanation of the training session, key learning objectives, or all the learning objectives specified, the list of training materials needed, and that's a very specific list, an agenda, how the training will go. Now, this will be a 2-day training seminar, so I want you to define all of the key ingredients, and in the course we're going to learn about what are the key ingredients of an instructor's manual. You're going to create a lesson plan incorporating all the above information, stating exactly when you will lecture, debate, use activities, etc., or any of the training methods that you use, and you're going to match them with the learning objectives. You're going to develop learning materials and create assignments, including things like a pretest if you're using specific handouts, actual lesson content, written in precise detail, and a post-test. And you need to have explanations there for the instructors for each component, how to do what you're doing. You also have to create a valid evaluation tool to determine the effectiveness of the training. So that's basically a survey at the end. List of resources would be there, and that would include internet links and so on. And appendices, room layout, anything else that you want to add, and a bibliography. Now, deliverable 7 is very similar to deliverable component 6 in that it is the trainee manual. Now, the trainee manual is the manual that you would hand to your students. So you could think of it as the instructor manual includes all the answers, the trainee manual includes all the questions. Again, very similar format. In fact, one is built on top of the other, but the lesson plan is geared for students, the learning materials are geared for the students, the handouts would be geared for the students, notes, additional items would be all geared for the students, the training evaluation tool would be geared for the students. There wouldn't necessarily be answers inside of the trainee manual, but essentially it follows the same format as the instructor manual minus the answers. The next component, the eighth and final component, is you need to develop a minimum of a 15-slide presentation to use during the training session, including specific things such as a front page list of topic, the training company identification, housekeeping items, a condensed agenda, and the various topics explained. And I've said in the slides, like topic 1 through whatever the number of topics that you have. A brief summary at the end and the evaluation tool. Now, so from this you will create a package, and the package will include all of those previous 7 components, and you will package it all up, and that will be all due on the last day of classes. This semester I won't be looking for any progress reports or anything like that, but I've indicated within the course when you should be doing the various components. And again, the various components more or less follow the course content. So as we move, for example, through learning objectives, you should be able to develop the learning objectives and so on. So that's a summary of the assignment. I hope that everyone has a good understanding of it now, but if you don't, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.